I am your host, Old Boy, aka Al Bandito, and today we have got a comparison video for you. I have been playing in these shoes, these pairs of shoes, for the last 3 months, intermittently, since I got the first pair, and then I received a pair of the second iterations, and I thought, well, let's have a little bit of a chat about them and see what works best for older players like myself, or just for smaller, shiftier players like you, or a larger player, or whatever it may be, however you're built, whatever your speed is, or lack of speed, or post moves, or whether you just like to hear people talk about kicks. That's what I'm here for. So, I'll introduce you to my co-stars, shall I? I'll keep this quick because a comparison video. These shoes have been out for a little while. You may already know about them, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown on what I think. By the way, how good is the Jordan 45 jersey? It's original, it's Bulls, it's courtesy of my beautiful partner. Thank you. It's awesome. Anyhow, my co-hosts for today, no, they're not my co-hosts. You're nothing but my guests. Shouldn't talk about them like that. The GT Cuts 2.0 and the Nike GT Zoom Jumps. The first iteration of these, the twos, are on their way within about a month, I hear, and they look pretty snappy too. So originally I got a pair of these. These are the Nike University colorway, which is very snappy. I've been playing in these for this color only for about 2 games, but I have the original black and blue, which you might have seen in another video. These are killer shoes, brilliant. If you like Kobe's or any of those sort of low to the ground, the Puma Clyde All Court Pros, as I said, the Kobe's, the 8s, they're very reminiscent of those. Low to the ground, responsive, really get you where you need to go. Let's start, first of all, with the traction on these bad boys. And the traction is pretty freaking amazing. As you can see, Nike integrated something new called smear traction. Interesting name there, Nike. Someone in a boardroom said, let's call it smear traction. Everyone said, let's tick it off. That's good, smear traction. I get the idea of it. It's quite deep, the grooves, and the rubber's quite hard, and it does move apart, you know, a little bit in a smearing kind of way. These other little tiny little prickly guys that are all the way around and whatnot will not be in terms of an outdoor court, so I don't use them outdoors. I did slip out in these on a dusty court, but a dusty court, you're going to slip out anyhow. But I didn't particularly dig the traction on these as much as these beasts right here. As you can tell, you got the multi-directional traction, the herringbone, and it is very tacky. It sticks to the floor. I had no problem with a dusty court either. One wipe and I was good to go. The traction on this as well, the jump, I didn't slip out at all. I felt really supported underfoot. With some, you know, step backs, who am I trying to kid? Some crossovers to get into the lane, which is more my deal these days. Traction on the cut 2.0s, 7. On the jumps, we're going on 8.5, very good. The cushioning, well, that's where it gets very interesting. The cushioning setups on both of these are freaking elite. They're exactly what I like. Double stacked Zoom units in the forefoot and the heel right here. You've got a air strobel unit all the way through it. You've got Cushlon midsole foam as well here. You've got a P-Bax jump frame, which is lightweight, springy, and strong. The setup in here, the cushioning is unlike anything. I mean, they built it up and it backs it up. You It's almost too much, but I'll never say that about a shoe. It's not too much. It's perfect for an old point guard like me. The cushioning is so responsive. Underfoot, takeoff, landing, heel, who cares? I mean, your heels, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people dig that there's so much stuff in the heel as well, and I guess I'd miss it if it wasn't there. But the amazing cushioning on these, and slightly less on these, but still so stacked, so stacked. You've got React air zoom strobel and an air zoom unit in the heel of these, and you've got React foam as well, which I couldn't find, but it did say in the specs that there was React foam in the midsole here. The cushioning for these, I'm going to go on 8.5. Cushioning for these, the jumps 9.575. Freaking amazing. Materials, yeah, okay, so they say that the Nike Zoom Cut 2.0 is inspired by a butterfly. Okay, Nike, sure, a butterfly, no problem. I get it with these, you know, this kind of crazy flamey type of deal here that you get butterfly from there, but whatever. It's the upper construction is apparently light. It's an internal cage with the you know, help you with the quick twitch takeoffs. So that all sounds good, but you know, whatever. Materials on the top up here, very cheap. Underneath, spectacular. Materials on the Cut 2.0, we're going to 7. Materials on these, again, slightly still Nike centric, where you get the see-through, very lightweight kind of things to make a heavier shoe breathable. And the materials in this particular iteration of the Nike Cut Jump are slightly better. You've got the P-Bax jump frame, as I talked about. You've got the flight cables that help with support and lockdown there. An amazing air tongue, as they call it, which really it's molded and helps with lockdown. So we're going with the materials on the Jump. We're going 7.5. Materials on the Cut 2.0, 6. Nike just need to up their game in terms of materials for me. Durability, let's not even go there, indoors only, although you've got a little bit of hope with the Cut 2.0 that you've got that big smear traction. So indoors only, durability, indoors only, but yeah, hey, what are you going to do? Value for money? Hey, a lot of NBA players have been rocking these, as well as the originals, the iterations, and I had the originals, but my goodness, I sold them for 500 bucks. What an idiot. They were brilliant. Superior in every facet to the 2.0s, in my opinion. They were brilliant. So you get a lot of players still wearing the 2.0s as well as the originals, and probably one player only wearing these, which is the NBA Finals MVP and champion for the Denver Nuggets, the center, Nikola Jokic. He wears these with a little wedding ring in there. So value for money, I mean, apart from the fact that NBA players wear them, who cares, blah, blah, unless you really want to emulate your other player, or your favorite NBA player. These, 250 retail, and I think these are 240. I wouldn't pay 240 for these. I'd wait and see if you could get them at Rebel or somewhere on sale. Whereas these, I would pay 250 for these. These, very good indeed. So let's cut to the chase, shall we? Are the Nike Zoom GT Cut 2.0s Old Boy certified fresh? No. Are they in my bag? No. Are the Nike Zoom Cut GT Jumps certified Old Boy fresh? Yes. Are they in my bag? Yes. And I'm going to wear them tomorrow night in the game. I have rolled my ankle in these slightly, and I did roll my ankle in the original ones of these very badly. So in terms of support, apart from this heel clip here, this very thick heel clip, it's just flimsy as all heck. I mean, it just folds down into nothing, but that's a Nike shoe for you. Whereas these, I mean, I had a slight little roll. I'm gonna roll more as I get older, but this gives you the visual element of support. And these very high little outriggers here, and it doesn't look like it's gonna tip over. One very quick thing, these are always touted as big boy shoes. centers and power forward role players, etc. And these are for shifty little guards. I don't believe that at all. These I've been wearing for 4 games, and I forget that they're even high cuts. They're just very responsive, beautiful shoes to play in, whether you are old, young, a dunker, a layupper, an outside shooter, a mid-range pull-up shooter. They're under your foot. They're one of the best shoes of 2023, even though they probably came out in 2022. I don't know, it's June already. These are where it's at. These win the battle. Get down, cut. It's time for the jump. And I knocked the camera. It's about time I got rid of this video. Thank you for joining me again for a comparison video. Next week, oh, that's a good cup of joe. I'm going to be looking at a new release shoe, and I can't wait. Can't wait to get out there and give it a burn. I feel the need to go and edit this video. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever your designation is. May all your hoops be good hoops, and until next time, stay fresh.